up, y'all? TSC here. Today we're going to be talking about Death Battle. There's a lot of Death Battle videos that we agree with and we don't agree with, and I feel like that's for everybody who watches Death Battle, right? So Death Battle's whole premise is that whoever wins XYZ fight, they say that that person is going to win the majority of fights, like 51 out of 100. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about just a couple, right? I feel like this video is going to be multiple parts because there's multiple seasons of Death Battle. Yes, so we're not gonna we're not gonna capture everything,
seasons, yes.
Right? So we're just gonna talk about a couple ones that we may agree or disagree with. Okay. So Ruben, what? Because you got a lot on your mind. So which ones do you agree or disagree with?
I don't agree with the Raiden versus Wolverine Death Battle. I really don't. Wolverine's combat experience, his healing factor, like, yeah, his reflexes, speed, and power wouldn't really match up to Raiden because he has a cyborg body that can lift buildings. I get that, but I didn't agree with the fact that, you know, I mean, the fact that Wolverine has an animalistic instinct on top of his already, like, battle-hardened mind, that he would lose to Raiden. I just didn't agree with it in any way, shape, or form.
Didn't they come up with some calculation that's saying the way Raiden?
No, so what it is, cut through the
adamantium.
So what it is they okay, yeah, you do your research. Can Raiden cut through adamantium with his vibrating sword, the vibrating Muramasa? The answer is yes. They looked at it because the character in Marvel that they delve so deep into had the same type of properties and abilities as his sword to be able to cut through molecular bonds. Okay. What? Dude, the fact that Wolverine's healing factor is godlike, to where they had it to where Raiden would win, is just preposterous. It's preposterous. You see this word I'm using? Preposterous. This is probably one of the first of many times you'll hear me use a multiple syllable word. I'm flabbergasted.
So
it makes no sense.
Wolverine has fought against several people with the ability to take away his adamantium or whatever it is. When he fought Magneto ripped
his skeleton from his body.
Yeah, and he healed from it.
And
but you know the crazy part is because he did that. The adamantium poisoning that was fucking Wolverine.
Yeah, because
it was gone.
What happened? Well, that too, but that's another side timeline.
That was actually a benefit to him
because eventually his healing factor got fucked up because they poisoned basically the human race. So that's
a whole nother year.
That fight was bullshit. He shouldn't have won because Wolverine would have fucked Raiden in the ass like way before Raiden would have had a chance to get a killing blow off.
I will say this based off just healing factor alone. Wolverine is the same motherfucker that came back from a single piece of.
That's what I'm saying. In all reality, if it's a real death battle, Raiden only has like 5 fucking recovery packs. If we're really thinking about that, there's nobody else for him to steal electrolyte nanopaste from. As soon as Wolverine chops off a limb from that motherfucker's body, bro, it's just downhill from there. It's just downhill for that motherfucker. Like there's no way he should have won that. I don't agree with that at all. That's one. That's one. That makes no sense.
I'm not mad at that
at all.
Wolverine is a brawler, but I feel like he's got far more combat experience.
So Wolverine, in essence, yes, they basically make him a berserker. Like he lunges in, claws out first.
He doesn't have to worry.
He doesn't have to worry because he has that invincibility factor in essence. But he knows various different types of combat in martial arts. Like he's been around for fucking 400 years. Been through multiple wars.
There's a storyline where the last 2 people on Earth were him and Hulk, and then Hulk ended up outliving him or whatever.
Yeah, because Hulk's gamma radiated, and it just makes sense.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
Hulk was last one, but Wolverine.
Like you fight Wolverine. I mean, you fight the Hulk.
Oh, the Hulk ripped this nigga in half. When he had his adamantium, he ripped this nigga in half. Through both parts, like, and then he still hit. Well, he crawled to it, but he still healed.
And this nigga loses to a cyborg. A cyborg.
As a matter of fact, when I I could be mistaken because I can't remember if it was
like he's fought in
because there was Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, and then there was Punisher kills them. None of these are in the 616 timeline, but I'm gonna mention it because I can't remember because one of them decapitated Wolverine, and they had it to where every time he would revive, like he would get stabbed in the head or so. I can't.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying? So, in essence, he wouldn't have been able to kill him. That's just the point blank.
Yeah.
They just left that shit out because they're so smart.
Was too crazy.
Out of 100 battles, this motherfucker won. Like, no, I don't care about none of that.
Yeah. No, Wolverine should have won that.
The only other one that comes to mind would be the James Bond versus John Wick. It's more recent. I felt that John Wick should have won. You know what I mean? Based off of his durability and his combat experience. I get that 007 is... Okay, first of all, they're damn near the same character. Both orphans, been raised... one was raised to be a secret agent and is afforded all this technology and resources. But then you go to John Wick, who...
I mean, to be fair, James Bond's the hitman as well.
True, but John Wick just...
They literally sent him out to kill people.
Yeah, really. But it's just like John Wick, I felt that he's a more obvious winner for that death battle. His skill set, you know what I'm saying?
My main thing for John Wick, I'm going to go back to durability.
Okay. Dude.
Throughout all the movies...
He should have died.
Every single time.
But way before the last one.
After the first 30 minutes of damn near every movie, John Wick is limping throughout the entire...
And he still lives with it, and
not
he beats and kills everybody.
Not only is he limping, but what does 007 have that could really get through John Wick's suit?
Nothing.
Dude, nothing.
Nothing that can get through that fucking... That suit is like deflecting. This thing is up here deflecting bullets. So...
Like, the thing with 007 that he knows other fighting styles, but... He mostly goes in half-cocked and just goes in guns a-blazing. And
Wait, who? 007?
007. Like, if you look at the movies and or the graphic novels that they've done as well. Not all the time, but...
If we're going to say guns blazing, that's John Wick all day long.
Okay, see, mostly what 007 has to do is he has to sneak in.
Yeah. I'm not saying he does...
Because he's a spy. So we get that.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense.
I want a John Wick to win.
Like the combat, the marksmanship aspect, they go into detail with that, but I still feel that John had the edge out. John Wick's gunplay is unmatched. He's basically a human Dante with guns. That
man's different.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, But 007 is so inconsistent, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like
his accuracy, it ain't on John. Like, okay, obviously in the movies, it's like depending on when it needs to be. It's fucking.
Bro, let's just be honest. In majority of 007's movies, after a certain point, he became more of a ballistics demolitions expert as opposed to hand-to-hand and marksmanship. He was blowing shit up.
I feel like a better opponent for 007 would have been fucking Tom Cruise from Mission Impossible.
Facts.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
They'd be the same character.
Thank you. It would have been the exact same. Yeah, not
John Wick.
John Wick would have got
no, because they did another one where fucking Snake versus
John Wick low dips that.
It was Snake versus Splinter Cell. The dude from Splinter Cell.
That
was more. Now that
made sense.
That made sense. That was a very close battle that I had no problem with whoever won because they were that close in skill set.
Yeah. No,
Snake won, yes, because it's Snake, but that is understandable. You know what I mean? But the other two just didn't make sense. I'm not gonna talk about the obvious ones with Superman and Goku. We're not talking about that shit.
Yes, we are.
I'm not. I personally.
Okay, so which death battle?
Okay, if we're not gonna.
We are gonna talk about it.
Okay, so wait.
We got Superman for last.
Okay, wait.
That's
wait,
on mine already.
Okay. What? Okay. Oh, any of the Vegeta ones?
Vegeta?
No, Vegeta won his.
No.
Vegeta
Against
lost.
Oh,
He
against
lost to
Thor.
Thor.
I'm up here thinking of the DBX when he fought.
No, we're talking about
he fought
the Death
Shadow
Battle.
and he fought.
Not the woman.
He fought not Zod. He fought.
No, we're not talking about.
Yeah,
that.
I know. Okay, here's my issue with Death Battle. My issue with Death Battle is they'll use. So let's say Marvel, right, with Thor. They'll use every iteration, every timeline, whatever. Even ones that are not 616.
Right.
And I feel like, and they do this with a lot of fights. So if you're gonna, they use every reality or every version of a character, right? They take it to account. But the other character, they don't do that. I feel like if you're gonna use,
Ruin King
so
Thor.
what you have to
Ruin
understand
King
is,
fucking Thor.
Okay, so what you got? Like, there's only one timeline with DBZ. Like,
no, there's not.
Huh?
Oh, listen.
No, what the fuck?
Hold
Listen,
on. Akira Toriyama literally said himself that all the movies are in different universes. Those are all different timelines.
Not even universes, but
What are you talking about?
nigga, Trunks came from another timeline. What are you talking about?
Listen, the version that they used when he was against Ruin King was like Ultra Ego, right?
Dragon Ball Heroes even proves it's a multiverse.
They didn't even did they give him his abilities from Heroes?
They didn't know because Heroes isn't canon. But here's the thing:
that's what I'm just.
anything outside of 616 is not fucking canon.
It's not.
If you want to go down, but they're still giving him Ruin King Thor. They're still giving him.
Okay.
They didn't give him Herald of Galactus.
No, they didn't because he just would have been busted. No.
Yeah, but even still, he's fucking.
Galactus.
Well, Ruin King Thor is the strongest one. The Herald of Galactus is the second strongest.
I still didn't. Yeah, I didn't.
But you're still but the whole issue is you're buffing these characters to where you're giving them
the Marvel
powers from every different realm,
Marvel
reality rather.
Mm.
But you take these other characters and you're not fucking use Capsule Corp Vegeta then. Use Capsule Corp Vegeta. Capsule Corp Vegeta, he takes Thor.
Vegeta's multi-universe.
Is multi-universe. He takes Thor. He takes Ruin King Thor.
He's actually quite fucking.
Why didn't they use that? Why didn't they do that?
Because it's not canon. It's not canon. It's not canon.
I don't even care about the canon. He slaughtered that man in the East.
No, Vegeta takes Thor.
Yeah,
Vegeta takes Thor. That's Thor is
Vegeta?
that's a good fight. Right, but the way they portray it, the power system they get, it's just like it's so one-sided.
We're gonna use the best of one character. Use the best. Of
it doesn't matter if it's canon or not, right? If you're trying to stick with, something that's canonically accurate, right? Then you would just stick with.
Wait, so that was one of your battles, the Vegeta versus.
Well, we got several.
That's just one.
Yeah.
What's
one?
Well, yeah, what's yours?
The one that irritated me, even though the winner I'm okay with, is All Might versus My Guy.
My Guy won, right?
He did, but I don't like the way he won.
I don't like the way he won either.
With
I
a
think
hole in his
With
chest.
a fucking hole. Nobody in the Naruto universe, nobody in the Naruto universe got a hole through their chest.
Can we stop saying that?
Who?
I feel like we said this already.
You didn't even let me finish.
Okay, wait. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nobody in the Naruto universe got a hole through their chest and by themselves got up and walked it off.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
if you think of Sasuke, his whole squad came to help him out.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
that's true.
Not only did his whole squad come to help, and fucking when Madara got kicked, his whole fucking shit was gone.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
still needed
Zetsu. Well, wasn't it Black Zetsu?
White
White Zetsu. Yeah. So nobody in the Naruto verse got they shit punched through and then just shake it off.
No.
If here's the thing, Guy should have won, right? And even if we're gonna do 8 gates, we're just gonna say 8 gates just for sake of argument.
Okay.
Guy should have won, yes. However, not to the point to where All Might. You're literally saying All Might is strong enough to put a hole in this nigga's chest.
That's what I'm. Thank you.
There is no gate, no Naruto character, no nothing that could get up and walk away from that. And they made Guy continue fighting. They made this nigga continue. Oh, first off, not only did he put a hole through his chest, the 8th gate, it unlocks the chakra point in the heart. right?
And he punched through his heart.
He punched it, put a hole through this nigga. He should have no heart. How is he gonna unlock something?
There's nothing to unlock.
There's nothing there.
He doesn't have any.
That nigga was already at death's day.
But that's not even what I'm irritated about. What I'm irritated about is the power scaling. You're literally telling me All Might has enough strength to punch a hole through this man's chest. What was he in 7 gates at that time?
Yeah.
It's not possible, bro. It's not. If Madara can't do it, All Might can't do it. Madara was fucking guy up, and where's the hole? Guy was good. All Might, at best, 6 gates. That's all a guy needs. Yeah. 7 gates is overkill.
Right. Here. Okay.
Destructive force.
Yeah. Right. So if this is where the issue of death battle comes in, because if you're insinuating All Might is strong enough to put a hole in Guy's chest, okay, he should have done it before. That 7th gate.
Thank you.
If he did it before that 7th gate, 1 through 6. Okay. Yeah, All Might takes it. Right? Death Battle has literally stated this nigga is strong enough to put a hole in Guy's chest. Yeah. Okay? However, he is not strong enough to beat Guy. If Guy goes 7 gates, he wins. Guy goes 8 gates, he definitely wins. Right? But if he has a hole in his chest, he's not winning. So that's how it contradicts it. Yeah. It contradicts it. You're telling me All Might is strong enough to put a hole in this nigga's chest. All Might can do that. But you're sitting up here and gonna turn around and tell me that after he has a hole, he unlocks 8 gates?
It's contradictory because
he should already be dead. And if All Might could do that, All Might should have did that from jump. From jump. First of all Might does not play with his food like that. All Might does not play with his food like that. He should have did that shit off rip.
He goes
off rip.
He got a magical power boost.
100%.
Now I can put a hole in your chest. How?
Like 100%. He just.
I was punching you this whole time, full strength, and now I can put a hole in your chest.
Yeah. No. So that whole setup is just like what? That's so fucking weird. Yeah. That's so weird.
I couldn't stand that crap.
Yeah, that was. Ugh. Yeah, that was annoying.
That should have irritated me. Death Battle does that. Oh, my bad.
No,
another one that pisses me off, like regardless of the winner, I didn't care for the Ichigo versus Naruto fight.
Yeah, neither did I. It was BS.
It
was stupid.
As to why I didn't care for it is when you force Ichigo to the point where he has to go into final Getsuga Tensho, that's stupid to me. For what? Ichigo in the history of ever never has had to do that except for one person and one person only.
Aizen. That's Aizen.
Well, he was
after
that version of Naruto is not fucking with Aizen.
No.
The version they used.
Yes, it's not fucking with Aizen.
He's not.
Let's be real.
So that already lets you know.
Let's be honest here. That version of Aizen will slaughter Naruto.
So that already lets you know.
But they used 6 paths Naruto, didn't they?
Did they use 6 paths Naruto?
They did.
At the end of Shippuden, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they used 6 paths.
Yeah, Aizen's beating his ass.
Really?
I strongly believe Aizen.
The power scaling? Yes.
Aizen is beating his ass.
Yes.
I strongly believe that.
Aizen was already OP enough without
talking about Aizen. I was completely fine with 6 paths Madara beating Aizen. I was fine with him beating Aizen.
I'm fine with that.
That's fine with beating Aizen.
That's overkill. I'm fine with that. Madara was overkill. Overkill to the point where they didn't know how to kill him off. So I'm fine with that.
Yeah. They definitely did not. That nigga Kashimoto made Madara too strong.
He did.
He had to be betrayed.
Yeah.
He didn't know how to take. Nobody can. Madara. How many villains do you know completed their goal? Madara won.
He did.
Madara won.
I really cannot think of it. He's the only one that actually succeeded.
Madara won.
He succeeded.
What saved everybody was plot armor.
It really did.
He should have been over and done with.
Bro, because there have been so many videos like, bro, this man is such a menace. He knocked everybody into filler for half a year.
Bro!
That's how beastie that and just OP that man is to where
I'm gonna need you to clip that line. Did you hear what you just said?
This is another one I can't wait to edit.
I knocked him into filler for
he knocked
half a year.
Okay.
Half a year.
Here's what a lot of people don't understand.
Remember that we didn't even.
Since he said that, here's what a lot of people don't understand. Everybody wants to talk about how Ichigo came back, thought he was doing shit, and then Aizen stopped this nigga's theme music.
Yep.
But Madara knocked he said he knocked these niggas into filler.
I didn't even think about that.
Yo,
That's the best line ever.
like
Madara.
stop the
Hey, yo.
Oh my god!
Hey, that's
He made Kiba think he could be Hokage.
Yo, if that's not
Tenten
like,
was over there like, oh
it's
my
not.
God,
If
oh
that's
my
not Riz, if that's not the ultimate. Yo,
Sasuke turned into him.
my man's didn't. He didn't stop to just stop the main character. He stopped the show.
Oh, yes.
He stopped the show.
That's not right, but it's right. It's
Bruh.
You know, since he said that shit, Madara's top 5 villains.
Yo,
Madara's top
Yes.
5 villains, bro.
just
Yes.
on the fact alone, you just use
Madara-
his end as the fact alone that he's top 5 because he completed his goal and he literally paused the whole shit for half a year. So we were like, are we even gonna get the fucking end? Are we gonna get the last end? You
Bro, I
stopped
was
it.
watching each of those episodes getting mad.
I was like, what the fuck? The only one that I cared about was Rock Lee and the other motherfucker.
His was alright,
It
I
was because it
guess.
was Taijutsu.
Well, I like
It was
Naruto's.
Taijutsu.
Well, no, Naruto wasn't. He wasn't in
Didn't
the
we have?
thing.
Didn't they
That was
have?
the movie. I'm thinking of the movie.
One of them
yeah,
had
because
their-
his dad, Minato, was in it.
Wait, Naruto didn't have a.
Because Sasuke saved him. Sasuke
Yes.
had
Yeah, with
the
the
complete
Susanoo.
Susanoo.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
we go. Yep. That's right.
Yeah,
that's
but
right.
I'm thinking of the movie because in the movie, Katsuki was actually like doing what they were intended to do, the mercenary group, and then
Wait, who were all
Minato
the
was
filler
helping.
episodes they showed? They didn't show. They showed Tenten, Kiba.
Kiba.
They showed everybody. Lee, Neji.
Lee.
Uh,
I mean, the Naruto they showed was just
the
a
whole
vision in Tenten's
basically
head.
the
though.
whole Naruto game. Like all of their friends.
Yeah.
Choji, Neji,
Yeah, yes.
Kiba, Tenten.
I'm still stuck on that line, bro.
Bro, that
Knocked in the filler.
was hard.
That's
That was hard.
different.
Like, tell me that's not what
Yeah,
happened.
you're right. I
You
never
can
thought about
complete-
it like that.
I'm
You
I'm
complete
editing
the
this
goal.
video tonight.
You complete the goal, and you so much of a fucking menace. You so much of a top tier bad guy that you knock not the main character, but the whole cast, the whole show.
We probably talking about Death Battle.
6 months.
This nigga dropping bars, my
But,
nigga.
yeah, that was.
Bro, oh god, I can't
Knocking in the
even.
filler is crazy.
Oh, bro, that's
That's a different type of disrespect.
so. I'm okay with Madara winning against Aizen.
100%.
100%.
I'm not mad at that. That's
That's
fine.
how beastie he is.
Aizen is up there as
But-
a great villain, but he's not touching Madara.
No, not,
he didn't even get to what
because
he want.
Aizen's moveset
His goal was
can't
Soul King.
compete.
He didn't get there.
Aizen's moveset couldn't compete with Madara's like by far.
Even the fucking the truth seeking orbs.
Yeah.
no,
because it-
wouldn't
it-
did shit. Yeah,
Here's because the biggest argument in Death Battle that was used that I feel like a lot of people overlook, which actually Death Battle got right. The truth seeking orbs hit Minato, okay, and he had the staff too, which is
Right.
made of the same material. He took off Minato's arms, which also I think Minato was hella nerfed.
he really was.
Hella nerfed. I hate that. Minato's
was.
my favorite character.
Because did he?
Hella
he
nerf.
came.
He
It was
was-
a reanimated version, right?
He was and which should have been unbeatable.
True.
Unlimited chakra.
He
Infinite
does
chakra. He
unlimited
should have been
chakra, yeah.
unbeatable, but
Yeah.
since the author had issues with his dad, anyways. But anyway, so Madara hits Minato, and then at the end, when Itachi stopped the jutsu,
Yeah.
and you can see their souls going, whatever.
Means those
Minato
arms are
doesn't
still
have
going.
arms,
He
so
destroyed the soul.
it's hitting him. Those truth-seeking
That's
orbs
bullshit.
is hitting him on a soul level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get
Just
it.
that alone, he takes Aizen.
Yeah.
So Death Battle got that one right.
Yes.
I think that a lot of people were upset because before then they had Naruto beat Ichigo and then
Which
Sasuke beat
didn't-
Killua.
Yeah.
So
Sasuke
they,
beating Kilo was fine.
yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's
yeah.
fine. But I'm saying they had a lot of people were upset because they are glazing Naruto hard.
But they do.
They
They-
are.
They do.
They
Let's
do
let's
that a
let's
lot.
let's just not
They do
bullshit.
that a
They
lot
do.
in all of the battles that they have.
They glaze fucking DC because how you they made the same video 3 fucking times. Goku versus Superman, they made that shit 3 times.
Because people weren't
We'll
happy
talk
with the
about that next.
outcome.
And
But-
each time Goku
Because
lost. It's like,
people
what?
weren't happy with the outcome, and they're the same character, really. They really are. It's just one.
Okay.
Because
But-
we talked about this. One's just been retconned so fucking much since his inception.
But again,
for 50 plus years.
but like they were doing with Marvel with Superman, they're using every iteration of Superman. You're gonna put Superman 1 million, Superman Prime?
That's not even my issue. What my issue was, since we're talking about Goku versus Superman, they literally stated after the battle was over, there is not a single version of Superman that's fucking with the Goku they put in that video. They literally said he would wax
Goku
all of them.
essentially is God.
Now you're telling me to the point where, if that's the case, the Superman that you're using should have got waxed. So he flew through every sun in the universe and then magically turned 1 million Prime. That's not how.
Bullshit.
It's not a transformation.
That's not how it happened. That's not a transformation.
It's not something you like, oh, I undo and then redo. It's either you come 1 million Prime or you're not.
What they tried to do is
did
they're saying he absorbed all the energy from each sun.
That's not how
Which
that works.
doesn't
Right,
make
and then they
sense.
used, because the first one, I can't remember, because the first one came out, a lot of people were saying whatever, but they used like God,
And then they did
the God
regular
King,
God, then they did
the Super Saiyan Blue, and then they did MUI, right? And it was just kind of like
Master Ultra God.
right, but they were like, oh, we can't use Super Saiyan 4 because GT's not canon.
It is
It is
now.
now.
It is.
It is.
Yeah. It's
But my whole thing is with all those fights, not only those fights, but same thing with Marvel. They're going to use every iteration because Superman Prime isn't Earth 1.
No,
No,
he's not.
Superman Prime is
That's
not
a
Earth
whole
1.
nother.
Matter of fact, that was a
universe.
one-shot fucking
Yep.
comic. He
That's-
fucking
That
Because
part
it
of
was
the
just, there was no
multiverse.
challenge. It's like the more reasonable battle, more understandable one would have been Dr. Manhattan
Versus
Superman. That would
1
have been
million Prime.
either any version.
No, it has to be 1 million Prime.
But
That's
even
what
if,
made
even if they're
Marvel
gonna
has
do
to
the
be.
current timeline, because they just did like a reboot again or some shit like that. Wonder Woman defeated the One Who Laughs or whatever like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that version of Superman was like missing an arm, and then Batman had the Black Lantern ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, Superman was just like, whatever. So you're not even, again, for certain characters, you're using, it's like you're grasping at straw. You're using every timeline.
Just
Every-
so they can win.
Everything, right? And then, but you're only using this kind of, oh, we're not going to use GT because it's not canon. We're not going to use Heroes because it's not
I
canon.
forget who won the death battle between Ben 10 and Green Lantern. Because they did that.
Ben 10.
Ben 10 won.
Ben
right?
10.
Benton has no business losing to Green
Yeah,
Lantern.
No,
Ben 10 clear.
That's what I was saying.
Never in history. If he
Yeah,
ever loses,
wait a second.
I'll
No.
stop watching Death Battle forever.
Yeah, Green Lantern don't win. Like, what?
Wait,
He's not touching Ben 10, bro. Alien X? That's the end of everything after
No,
that.
Green Lantern won.
Green Lantern beat Ben 10.
How?
It says it. It says it. Who won Ben 10 versus Green Lantern? Green Lantern.
Ben 10, what was that creature called? He's like
Alien X.
Yes, I literally just said Alien X.
That's another one.
the alien that rewrote the universe.
It literally
Because
has the
Ben was like,
ability-
when everybody dies, I just
Let's
rewrote
just-
it.
Wait,
Okay,
did he?
guys.
Because I vaguely remember that one. Does he win against? There's a difference. Does he win against Green Lantern or does he win against Kyle Renner? Because Kyle becomes the White Lantern.
No, if it's a white Lantern, that's a different story.
Yeah, but if it's just regular ass Green Lantern, no, that nigga shouldn't win.
The green, yeah,
Ben
no,
10 wins.
I have to watch. I don't remember that.
I have to
one.
I don't-
watch
yeah,
it.
I don't really-
I'm
Maybe
not
they
gonna-
gave him his White Lantern powers, but
I'm not gonna bash it. I haven't watched it, so
the fact that
if he's not the white Lantern, I don't.
he
care
should
for
he
that.
should he shouldn't have won. Like regardless,
Yeah.
like he should. Alien X literally is Dr. Manhattan for Ben 10. He just has a problem with using it because with that much power, it's like 3 different personalities that all have to come
Not
together.
even that.
Not even that. This
Alien
nigga has
X,
the
every time he uses the
Omnitrix.
powers. The actual Alien
So,
X's come
yeah.
down and like,
Yeah,
you can't be doing that.
yeah, like that's that.
Yeah, and then Ben
So-
10 he becomes an adult and he still has the fucking
So
Omnitrix.
his adult versions of the Omni
Oh, Ben
God,
10,000?
so dope.
Yeah,
Ben
yeah.
10,000?
Yeah, he should have won.
Dude, 10,000 aliens, 10,000 different aliens. Fucking feedback could have sucked the energy from Green Lantern, and to the point where he wouldn't. I'm not even.
Fuck
Well,
that.
one-
I'll just upgrade and then just went to
Upgrade.
the ring
Yeah.
and took control.
Well, one death battle I did agree with is Kirby versus Majin Buu. Kirby won.
I mean,
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, 'cause Kirby is
Isn't he
fucking
Team Force
monster.
too? Like he's like game
He's not Toon
slash.
Force, but his
Because
stomach
they did
is.
make a, but they did make
Kirby
a
is
cartoon
Toon
that
Force.
was on 4
No,
Kids TV,
Kirby is Toon Force.
and we watched that shit growing up. I remember because
Not Toon Force to the point where Kirby's breaking the laws of physics type shit.
Well, I mean, when
he
he eats
technically
stuff,
can.
yeah.
When he eats it, but I'm just saying, like as a character himself, like for example, Popeye the Sailor Man or SpongeBob.
Oh, yeah.
By
no,
themselves,
no, like
Oh,
they don't need to-
Popeye,
yeah.
they would
those
give
are
SpongeBob a pistol. He was erasing people from existence.
seriously.
What the
Oh
fuck
yeah,
is that?
SpongeBob fought Aquaman.
Which
I
is
remember
dumb.
Well,
That was
it's
dumb.
stupid, but SpongeBob
No,
obviously
they
wins.
did. They see they do.
Spon-
This is another. They'll do a death battle that makes sense and that is equal. Like they'll do Splinter Cell versus Metal Gear.
Or
Solid Snake.
Thanos versus Darkseid.
Or Thanos versus
Thanos
Darkseid.
Darkseid, yeah.
Or they'll do
Oh, the new one they did, Unicron versus
versus Galactus.
Oh, that was
That
beautiful.
makes
You saw
sense.
that?
I haven't seen that one.
That
Whoa.
makes sense. Or they'll do fucking Batman Beyond versus Spider-Man 2099. That makes sense.
That does make sense. Actually.
See what I'm saying? They'll do that, but then or they'll do it just doesn't make sense to.
SpongeBob versus
Or they did
Aquaman.
Aquaman versus Namor. Two of the same characters,
yeah,
just
yeah,
different
that
universes.
Makes sense. That makes sense. But
Why
SpongeBob,
would you put SpongeBob against Silver Screen Aquaman?
Yeah, SpongeBob.
Justice
yeah,
Friends Aquaman.
That nigga outran the cameraman. So I mean, he.
Bro.
Yeah,
You wanna
see me touch that rock?
That's unfair.
You
You
wanna
want to
see
see me
me
do
do
it
it
again?
You didn't even move, my boy.
Yo, he did. He did. The cameraman was just like, wait a second.
I'm still here.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not the cameraman. You.
That was so. It makes no sense. They'll do battles that make sense, and then they'll do ones that don't. Like the battles that like it was the Mask versus it wasn't Deadpool. It was the Mask versus one of the My Little Pony characters. That
What
crazy
the fuck?
fucking dude. Look, watch. Okay,
The
watch.
Man versus My Pony character.
Look, watch. I'm telling you right now.
Some like I see it come out with some. I'm like, this looks stupid. So I'm not really finna.
Entertain it.
Yeah, some I don't.
Oh no, he did face Deadpool.
Oh, the Mask versus Deadpool.
Versus Deadpool.
Personality wise, it's the same character.
Like it's just the fact that the Mask is Toon Force.
He is Toon Force.
He's Toon Force.
I mean, he's a god.
Yeah,
He's a god.
He's a god.
Yeah, no. Sometimes Death Battle gets it right.
I'm still back on this Ichigo versus Naruto thing. I'm
It's
sorry.
stupid. First of all, it's Ichigo's power scaling is beyond Naruto to the point where when they did the Death Battle, he went. Did he go final against Gotenshou
Yes,
or
he did.
and didn't he have his fucking?
He had everything except for his Quincy powers and
Oh
his
yeah, well, because
true whatever.
True Zanpakuto. That Death
Yeah.
Battle made no sense.
and Naruto
And
had
Vassal Lord Ichigo real quick and let's
Naruto
let them
had,
go at it.
You have Vostal Lorde,
Yeah.
Horn Mask, Ichigo, which is a lot of people's favorite form of Ichigo. That shit was so
That shit
beastie,
was
it made no sense.
Oh, when he fights Ulquiorra.
When he fought
Yes.
Ulquiorra, oh my god, that shit
When he was using
beast.
the Grand Ray Seros,
I
he was just
haven't-
firing them.
Nah, I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
you right now. Up until that point, I hadn't really watched Bleach in a while, and I saw it on AnimeCrazy.net, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna watch it and see where it's at. That was the first, like, the up-to-date episode, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck? I was like, who the fuck is this? I was like, what have I been missing? You have a bat like, which is basically Ulquiorra's like release and like
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say this again. Ulquiorra should've been
Murcielago
number
is
one.
bat in Spanish, so the fact that he turned into a fucking devil bat,
He should have been number one at spot. I'm sorry.
he really should have like the true number there, whatever. I love Stark because I love like gun
He
kata.
didn't even do anything.
Yeah, he didn't do shit.
Look, bro, look. I love.
But,
look, anyway, that death battle made no sense. Ichigo should have won. Just it really. didn't make sense.
Here's my thing. Whether he wins or loses, because I know we had a debate a while ago. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Naruto and Ichigo are those two combatants where, like, if it's 100 matches, one of them is going to win 49, someone's going to win 51. Like,
51.
it's
Yeah,
always going to come
so,
close.
Right. It's so back and
I don't
forth.
give a shit about that anymore.
Yeah, we
Like,
actually
I'm
debated
over
that
Overall-
Byron mode. Now that they introduced Byron
Yeah.
mode, because when that death battle came out, Byron mode wasn't a thing.
No.
But now
Byron
Byron
mode is stupid
mode,
anyway. I'm sorry. That's the dumbest transformation I've ever heard in my life. I'm sorry.
the drawback
is
It's
stupid.
stupid. Now, if you just had, because when he punches them, he takes away their life force. That is OP as fuck.
That's fine.
But if you take away that, we're draining chakra, Kurama's chakra,
Not
that's
even
dumb
draining,
as hell.
you're killing them.
Yeah, killing.
you're
That's
basically
you're.
killing
The
I don't
fight
know
lasted
why.
5 minutes. Kurama died.
Yeah, you're
Why-
nerfing the fuck out of Naruto. That's stupid. But if you
dumb.
take that out, Byron mode is just OP as fuck.
Yeah, bias. If that's
It's
something I can just-
insanely
it's
OP.
If that's like the upgraded version of KCM,
Perfect.
I'm
Perfect.
all good with it. I don't really like the whole, the tails and the front and back. That's not me. But
I don't mind it because it's I like
It's
that.
all-
I'm not mad at that.
Now, Byron mode, I'm gonna say it. Byron mode claps Ichigo's final, whatchamacallit.
guess potential.
Gets a
No, not final guess potential. His final transformation.
which is full Quincy, full Soul Reaper, full.
Yes.
What?
Nah.
What?
Only because we haven't
Dude,
even in
Byron
the
Mode-
only because we
okay,
haven't
wait,
seen
listen.
we haven't seen what because he beat Yuhaba with his Shikai ability.
That's
Hold
what
on. Let's back that up.
Listen.
Ichigo did not beat you. The motherfucker that beat you about what's that man's name from the full break full
the full brain.
when he rewrote Ichigo's
Tsukishima.
so he wrote it out of a timeline and
Tsukishima
Yuba couldn't
is
see it.
old.
Oh, right.
Tsukishima
Yeah.
is old.
Okay.
He's clutch.
Yuba is another villain where like we didn't know how to kill this man.
So literally the writer did say that because I literally, Yubot literally had the power to just do
And then on top of that,
anything
he
and
drained
everything.
Ichigo of his powers. On top
So
of that,
the fact
Right.
that the rest
Yeah.
of the Stern Ritter, all their abilities came from this man.
yeah, bro.
He
nah.
gave somebody the power of reality, like literally creation. One of them was so fucking strong he couldn't be stopped. Like he just got stronger and stronger. Like
You talking about a miracle?
yeah, miracle. The fact that he gave all of them their
Did it?
abilities.
No, Kenpachi fucking
Beat reality.
yeah, he
Yeah,
fucking
no, I'm
made the
saying-
meteor
No,
come.
no.
and
I'm
he-
not saying that they couldn't be beaten, but the fact that all
I'm
of
saying,
their
he's
abilities
saying all those individual powers came
Came
from
Oh,
Yuba.
came from yeah.
So if
yeah.
Yuba would have taken all those powers back,
he
it's
could
just like,
literally,
Oh yeah.
boom, I have all of that.
he's a god.
He's a god.
It's
Yeah.
scary.
So it took Tsukishima fucking hundreds and hundreds of episodes prior, like, oh, we're just gonna bring Tsukishima back and we're just gonna he's gonna use his
The little
book to
and
fucking write out.
Oh.
That's what made him win.
That is
Ichigo
an
didn't
OP
overpower that man.
ability.
Yeah,
he
he
did
didn't
not
overpower him.
overpower him.
Right, but we still he gets this ability, right? And
That-
we
that
still
was
don't,
like-
we don't know what he can do with it. So yeah, I mean Ichigo wins, but I feel like Naruto wins because we can only just assume we saw what Naruto can do in Byron mode. We know that it takes away life force with each attack. We know that.
I'm
So
gonna say
the
this
thing-
right now. What's gonna happen if it was final Ichigo, whatever?
Ichigo basically.
It's gonna be the same fucking thing. 'Cause
Ichigo's.
I'm not gonna disrespect Naruto. Naruto's
No.
a monster.
Yeah,
he
Naruto is a
yeah,
fucking.
a lot of people
It's
were
still gonna be the
an
same.
animal.
But here's gonna be the
downplaying
problem.
Naruto.
It won't be 49, 51, or wherever the scaling is.
Yeah,
It's gonna go more in Ichigo's favor because now it becomes a stamina problem.
yeah.
Both of those characters have grit.
Oh,
But
yeah,
now
well,
the-
Naruto can't keep Byron mode.
Naruto
That's the problem.
can't maintain.
So
Byron
to
mode
say
long.
Byron mode,
Yeah.
if Ichigo, if Naruto isn't going for the kill off rip, if he's
But
not,
see, he knows he
Ichigo
can't
has
sustain
more of a
it.
killer instinct. That's why.
So who?
Ichigo has a more killer instinct than
Over than
Naruto.
Naruto?
Yes.
More than Naruto?
can we stop
Yes.
that? They don't have killer instinct.
I was about to say who?
Ichigo has more.
Neither.
of a-
Name one time he has killer instinct.
Yeah, who is
Name.
Ichigo killed? No. Who is Ichigo?
It's not even killed. Name one time it looked like he was about to fuck somebody up that like that. Name one time.
Damn. Okay.
Because he
Never.
held
He
back
don't got
against
it.
Aizen. He held back
He
against
don't
Aizen.
got it. Naruto's the same way.
He just seems
Naruto
more
would rather
serious. He
talk
seems
no
more
jutsu
serious.
you
Yeah.
and be like, yo,
That's
come
what
over
I'm
here on this
saying.
side.
Ichigo just seems more serious than Naruto.
The
which is
killer
why he
instinct
would
for
have-
Naruto is Kurama. Killer instinct Kurama will murder you. Happily.
But Naruto killed what was the Akatsuki? Well, he didn't know how strong his Rasen Shuriken was. He killed what was the old dude with the multiple
Oh,
hearts?
what was it?
Not
Because it was
fucking,
Hidan and what's my name's name?
Not fucking.
With the 4 hearts.
Yeah.
God dang it, I can't remember.
I don't
I
know.
forgot his name. Was it
He didn't
Kazu?
mean to.
Was it Kazu?
I don't know.
He didn't mean to because he didn't know
Right,
that
he
Rasen
didn't-
Shuriken was gonna
Right.
do that.
Well, who is Ichigo killed? Who? Not what? Because he's killed the.
Look, he's just beating the shit out of everybody. Let's just count that as fucking just beating the shit out of everybody. Whatever.
Neither of those characters have killer instinct. They're not built to do that, bro. Their moral compass won't let them do that. It's just how
Fuck
it is.
yeah. Okay, now that you think about it.
Oh well.
it's too good.
Hold on, because
Name it. Name.
He didn't kill him, but he wanted to. He was trying real hard.
Who?
Orochimaru. When they were on the bridge and he went fucking four tails or whatever.
I'm
Oh,
gonna say it
because
again.
of-
That wasn't Naruto. That
That
was
was
who?
Kurama.
Oh.
Because he
Stop
took
it.
over in the
Kurama
cloak,
has
and
a
the
killer
cloak had him.
instinct.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
Stop it. Because the minute he gets back control,
Oh yeah,
what happened?
true.
Oh, yeah.
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 No, true. Because when Hollow Ichigo kept trying to White
That's,
always
you know what? That's
over-
crazy.
Yeah.
They both have forms where
Yeah.
that's the
They
killer
wanna-
instinct.
White
Yeah.
was
But once they
trying-
get back in control, now
every time White guy I'm talking about, he was just going full force about to kill you.
Yeah.
Until Ichigo was like, I don't want this. I'm
You're
not
trying
trying
to
to
rip
win
off
like
the
this.
mask like stop.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on, bro. Nah. They don't got it. They've never
It
had
just
it.
Yeah,
seems,
they
but
don't.
Ichigo doesn't play around.
But Baryon mode, whatever that mode is,
Yeah.
is terrible.
It's incomplete
I
for
would
me
never
because
put
it's a stamina issue.
Ichigo and Naruto has Baryon because he's gonna lose every time. I'm sorry.
Ichigo has
Who's gonna
better
lose?
control.
Naruto?
Yeah, that's
Ichigo
stamina.
just has better
that-
Yeah,
control.
I
but
force
like
it.
you just said, I mean, if they're just their basic ass characters, yeah. But if they're bloodlusted, Naruto takes it.
What?
Can we be realistic?
Wait, what?
Those characters will never be bloodlusting.
Never.
Can we stop the bullshit?
Like, if not, they did.
They will never.
So you want Ichigo to be Vassal Lord?
I'm saying off rip-
uncontrolled,
Bro.
They're
against-
enemies and they're going full strength.
Yeah, with like I said, with
Naruto's
Naruto,
gonna lose.
every attack,
Naruto was
nigga
lose.
shaves off his fucking life.
That's what I'm saying. That's why
That's
I
what
would
I'm
use that mode.
saying. Ichigo, like
that mode should not be used for anything. The
without-
same way
with-
I wouldn't use Final Kiss against Show. For what? It's
No.
one hit and
It's
he's
one
done.
hit and
Sure.
it's one and done. But overall, up until that, Ichigo just has better control of himself over his spiritual pressure over the years. Just over the years,
Who has better control?
Ichigo
Oh, wait.
of his abilities.
No.
What?
No.
Better than
Wait,
Naruto.
Are
hold
we
on.
talking about older Naruto or just like up
Any
until the
Naruto,
point?
nigga. What?
Naruto.
When has Naruto outside of Kurama,
After
all of Naruto's base abilities, what has he not controlled?
I'm saying like overall, like the stamina point, the stamina issue point.
With Byron mode, that's it.
Yeah, I'm only focused on that.
Yeah, he has stamina.
Now, if you're talking about overall chakra control, yes, Naruto's chakra control was terrible. That's because
Very much
he didn't
so.
really have a complete understanding of it, but he later figured that out.
Yeah,
he
I
figured
mean,
it out.
Ichigo, yeah, it took
That was the
Ichigo a
whole
while to
purpose of
figure
him,
that shit out, too,
walking
but-
on water and using certain clothes. They explained that to him like
Yeah.
along the way. He figures that out. So if it's a control thing, that's not their issue. It's
Yeah,
just,
and then especially when he learns how to control like with Sage mode and shit.
yeah, it's
Oh,
not.
well, yeah.
so
bro.
The thing about Naruto
favorite-
is like
favorite
he
version of Naruto.
kind of sort of is going for the
Sage
kill
mode?
Yeah, a lot of people love that mode.
because he's just using everything in that first hit. But once again, Byron mode is just bad. It's a bad form. It's a bad form.
It's only it is, but it's only a bad form because of that handicap, that drawback.
That handicap is not a
It's
handicap. That handicap
it's
is
literally like the
that's game over.
It is.
Because if Kurama
Like, why
didn't
do you
stop
think-
it, Naruto would have died.
Why,
Right.
like, why don't
The
you-
form lasted like 5 minutes.
Right. I don't
Anime
know
time.
why the author wants to nerf his characters like that. That is just insane. But-
The thing is,
Yeah,
what
look,
they're
he's using
saying,
air quotation marks.
this is because you know all these little Naruto whatever,
Yeah.
they feel like they have the inside
Leaves,
scoop. They
yeah,
don't.
like-
They don't. So what they think is going on is what's originally is they nerfed him so Boruto and them can have their shine.
Oh yeah,
Which is fine. That's perfect. I agree with that. 'Cause
I
they did-
hate Boruto. I'm the biggest Boruto hater.
Read the manga, you'll like it.
I've read the manga.
I like the manga way better.
No,
Way better.
no, it's such a.
It's bad because of what they're doing and the steps they're taking, but I would
There's
never, I
nothing.
never give
There's
top
nothing
anything.
original about Boruto. Not only is there nothing original, I feel like they're just trying to
Make
force
it
this next iteration,
Yeah.
right? And I
Hard.
would have
Yeah,
much
hard.
rather
Yeah.
seen a story where Kakashi is Hokage. What are the? It's supposed to be peacetime, but there's
I,
still
I want to see that in between.
Right,
I
what's
really
wrong
would
with that?
have liked to see that.
Naruto is Hokage, but Boruto is like an infant, right? His daughter hasn't been born yet.
Yeah.
What's that about? But I guess the timing, right? And then all the shit that's happening in the manga, they're nerfing Naruto, nerfing Sasuke. They're piecing together abilities on Boruto.
Didn't they give
There's
him the,
nothing
Flying
original.
Horizon?
They give this nigga fly.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Nothing.
Why does he have that at? How old is he? Fucking 10.
The claim is he's 16 now. The claim
Well,
is
but he just gets the
he's
right.
supposed to be like a genius, like his grandfather Minato.
But see, okay.
Okay,
Here's the
well,
thing. Here's
the
the
only
thing.
thing I
So
could,
a lot of
he
people
came up
want
with
to.
that gauntlet with the different. Who did
He
he
didn't
come up with that?
that.
No,
That's
what?
what
It was a
the
scientific
Yeah,
tool.
that was
It was
scientific.
given to him.
Did he help create it or did somebody
No,
else?
so it was given to him.
Okay, never mind.
The thing about
But
Boruto,
here's
he
the
just
thing.
learns quicker than Naruto.
Right, so here's the thing. I can see.
Okay, well, in that essence, doesn't I
Minato
guess-
takes abilities and makes it his own. So he took the Flying Raijin and made it better. He
Very
created
much
the Rasengan. Naruto takes the Rasengan, makes it better, infuses what Minato couldn't do.
Yeah.
Infuses
yeah.
elements to it, right?
Yeah.
So they're taking
Which
these
is busted.
jutsus and making them
busted.
better. Boruto is just taking these jutsus. He's not making them better.
Yeah.
And now he has the disappearing Rasengan. They just added that. Oh, it's now for some. How the fuck does he do this? It rotates with the rotation of the world. Oh, but I can
What?
stop it. If I don't stop it, your equilibrium is going to be off. You're never going to be able to stand upright or move correctly
That
again.
doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
That really, what type of fucking explanation is that?
Nothing.
That
Boruto
made
has
no
not advanced shit.
He hasn't.
He hasn't advanced shit. And Momoshiki inside of him is just Kurama.
Yep. That's
There's
true.
nothing about Boruto that makes him stand out. There's nothing about Boruto that makes him special. And I feel like they're literally trying to force
What's his special thing he has again?
the
the
Jogan or Jogan
Yeah,
or whatever.
The
what is it?
karma.
Yeah,
The karma.
what-
Yes, the karma.
Yeah, the karma, but
Yeah, what
his
does that
eyes,
do? What does that do
It
again?
gives him like a massive power boost.
an amp, a power amp.
Honestly, and then he has the eye.
His
he can
stats are
see,
buffed?
like chakra and all
So he
that
just
stuff.
gets stronger like Kaioken. That's it, with no drawback.
Oh, what does that sound like to you? That sounds like KCM.
It does. That's exactly what it is. Because
Nothing.
the first time he does, he gets like this weird little horn thing.
I
He's
am literally caught up with the manga.
So it's
Sasuke's
cursed-
inside
so
of a
it's
fucking
cursed.
tree.
Yeah.
Not only that, but Code brings up these creatures, and all of them have the Rinnegan.
Right. So
What?
now you just got to that point. So this is what the
I'm caught up, nigga. I can hate on it. I'm caught up.
the claim. I don't love it either, but I think it's okay.
Bruh,
5.5 out of 10.
it's 5.5.
Yeah, that's the best it's gonna get out of me.
Talk to Armor, bro. That nigga will hype that shit up.
Honor just likes fight scenes, bro. He like
Nigga, I could give him some shit for fight scene.
Yeah,
that's just how. But
I
what I'm
just-
saying is the claim is the reason they nerfed them was to give the characters time to get the buffs they needed, and now magically, hear me out, that Sasuke will get his eye back plus a power boost. Naruto magically.
What about
get
his
a power-
arm?
I don't know about that part.
Why would you give him his eye if not his arm?
Well, Sasuke refused
This is-
Sasuke because Naruto
I know
got.
he refused to take
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but he might get it back. I don't know. This is just the theories that people are
Yeah.
throwing out there. That Naruto may get a power boost, like his Sage powers may come
and
back.
him and
type-
Hinata
Oh
are
my
in
God,
another
I
Yeah,
forgot he lost.
exactly.
Oh, really? He lost the stage powers? I forgot. He lost.
Bro, after the war was over, he didn't. Have you ever seen him do it?
No, I
He
just
doesn't do it.
thought that he had another.
He lost the stage power, but Sasuke still has his.
Yeah, that was weird. as hell.
That's weird. Oh, so they had to give Sasuke that because he doesn't
The
have arm
Rinne
and an eye,
Sharingan. Yeah.
and so they got to give Nara.
So I would like Boruto if
Okay.
his progression, if his journey, I'm okay with him at odds with Kawaki and all that jazz. But if his progression and journey, if he created something that was his own, if he,
It won't happen. And the reason it won't happen is because of how Boruto's start is, and that's simply because he started in a time of peace.
yeah, it's
it
not
was a
gonna
type
happen.
of,
There's
but
no
here's the thing:
need
they're
for him
throwing jutsu at him, and they don't have a solid reasoning or definition as to why
Bro.
he can even fucking use them.
Bro,
He literally used a flying Raijin out of nowhere.
You don't need solid reasoning. That's like, okay, you grow up, your dad probably struggled, did whatever, now he's a billionaire. You're the kid of a billionaire.
Yeah.
You got everything.
You don't need
need
to go out there and
explanations.
grind
Right.
it out or nothing.
Right.
Your family timeline
You
is
have
taking
it.
care of that for you.
The family
You have
timeline has to take care of, but the fact that they try to portray him as this character that is like going through all this shit or and it's like
No.
Yeah, that part
What
I don't
it
care
is-
for. What they're trying to make him look like he's just the best ninja out there.
yeah,
He's not.
exactly,
He's
not.
exactly.
He's not.
He's
just
not.
He's not. And that's why they keep giving him to like make him look even better. That's why they nerfed Naruto.
It's like
You
with them,
have to.
because with them still in the
Because
show,
Code
with them
apparently
still
is
being-
whipping Naruto's ass, but Boruto's whipping Code like it ain't nothing. What? Naruto is literally quoted as the strongest human being
Now,
on Earth.
here's the thing: I can see if like because they did like the movie on the moon and shit. Maybe Naruto and Sasuke had to go to the moon or another country,
Okay.
and then Boruto had. I don't. No, I'm just spitballing here.
Yeah, no, I
but the
guess
fact that they're nerfing such powerhouses, the heroes of the war, they're nerfing such powerhouses
because the fight will be over.
just so Boruto can have his shine. you could have come up with a better story.
Because
To be
Come up
honest,
with a better
like-
fucking
like
story.
Kakashi's supposed to be stronger
Yeah.
than his the Ninja War
The
form?
purple lightning is supposed to be Kakashi's
He doesn't have his Susanoo no more. You tell me he's stronger?
Yeah, that's-
theoretically,
that's-
according to the books,
Right.
Hokage Kakashi is supposed to be stronger than double EMS,
That is insane.
but we don't see it.
You can't. You're never gonna see it.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, since Naruto's nerfed and everything, Kakashi's still alive. Where the fuck is Kakashi during all this?
That's what I'm saying.
They don't show Kakashi.
Because
Kakashi's
too
not
much
there.
shine away.
Who's another person that
They
they
take too
apparently
much shine
overpowered?
away,
They
bro.
literally said Sakura can beat 8 Gates guy. She's stronger than 8 Gates
Really?
guy. I'm sorry,
How?
bro. I don't know. I
How?
don't care, but it's canon.
Like, I get the fact that Tsunade
It don't matter.
gave her.
She already
that's-
passed Tsunade.
That's what I'm saying. So
I want you to look at Naruto, Sasuke,
How?
and Sakura as the next Sani.
they,
Sonic
they
isn't-
already are. They already. I
To
mean,
be fair,
let's be honest.
they don't get Sonic because Sonic isn't really a level. Sonic was just,
It's just,
by
something-
Hanzo.
yeah.
Hanzo's just the 3 that survived.
Yeah.
That's what Sonic actually means. So it's not really a level, but those are the
They
three.
are. I know they are.
They're the main
yeah,
ones.
Basically, I am.
If you're stronger than 8 Gates, anything, why are you not the main driving force?
That's what I'm
knocking
saying.
them down?
And why are you yelling for Sasuke when these little kids fucking kidnap you? Anyways, that is gonna be it for this video.
Yeah.
We got hella off time. We were talking about Death Battle. We're gonna have to do another video on other Death Battle shit
Yeah,
because there's
yeah.
several other videos that we were doing.
Yeah.
But anyway, thanks for watching. I gotta clip that line. Be sure to like and subscribe,
Knock them in the filler.
bro. That was